Good evening, my fellow Americans. It is Monday. And it's Monday, June 28th, 2021. You know, if it's Monday, if it's 8 p.m., it is the Robert DeVerney Show. Thank you, my fellow Americans. As you know, every Monday we come here and live to you from the Robert DeVerney Show to bring you the latest news. As you know, this past week has been quite difficult for the most of us. Before we start anything, I'd like to take this moment to reflect on the major laws that we have in Surfside, Miami-Dade County, which is a city south of where I'm currently reside right now. Surfside has suffered a building collapse. Just last week, Thursday, we have, as of the latest, we have 10 deaths and 150 still unaccountable for. So our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the deceased, and we're praying that we could find some comfort by I'd like to give kudos to the fire department, the fire rescue department on the rescue effort. They haven't called it off yet. They're still treating it as a rescue effort. We believe that there's still some who may be strangled down there, and we may be able to pull them alive. And then we're praying that God will definitely has the ultimate answer. Again, keep those family in your prayers, your thoughts, and then because we are Americans, and when push comes to shove, we really show our true color. And in times of needs, in time of difficulties, we show our strength, our unity, and that's what makes us America. Okay. Now, on a different note, we, as you all know, that the COVID is still making its way. We have the some type of a variant right now that's making its way. It's more lethal, put it this way. I mean, from the first one. And so I encourage my viewers. I love to see you here on a regular basis every Monday, to see my viewers here and let them know that, hey, Robert DeVerney does care about you. The Robert DeVerney Show cares about you. We, as Americans, we care about each other. So I encourage you, those of you who may have some reservation when it comes to the vaccine, to go ahead and do your part. And it's very important that we do that. I for one, I had some reservation on my part. I did go ahead and took my vaccine last Thursday. Again, as you can see, I'm not fired up as I used to, because there are some effects to it, but I'm doing much better right now, thank God. But then again, it was for a good cause, and I took the Pfizer, which has two doses. I took the first one just last Thursday, and the next one is scheduled for the 15th of next month. So once I'm dead, I'll be certified by the state of Florida, by the federal government, as Robert DeVerney has taken its vaccine. All right. Kudos to you, Robert, for taking your vaccine. So those of you who are taking your vaccine, please let me know. We'll give out kudos. And then there may be some prizes. Who knows? The government has just given $1 million somewhere in Ohio. There was a lottery, which was very remarkable. And then someone won $1 million after taking a shot. Could that be better? Imagine that, huh? But we hope that those of you watching us live here to take this issue very seriously, and knowing that your family cares about you, your community cares about you, the United States of America cares about you. So we want you to be in good health, and take precaution and wash your hands, apply the mask on a regular basis, and then if you have the opportunity to take the vaccine, I'd encourage you to do so, from the Robert DeVerney Show. Because when America does well, we all do well. Is that right? Thank you. Well, fellow Americans, as you know, the latest I have, the show's going to be very brief tonight. I'm going to make it very short. Most attend a meeting here tonight, but then again, I said, well, I have an appointment with my people. So I'm hoping that those of you who haven't liked and call a friend, let them know, hi, the Robert DeVerney Show is live. Let them know that we're only going to be here for a few minutes. If you have any questions, please do so right now. Well, the next topic I have for you, as I'm sure most of you who heard about the American Rescue Plan that President Biden signed into law once he got into office, which was a package for the stimulus. Most of you may have received your stimulus. And we have the second phase of it right now, who's going to take place the next month, July 15th. And that's the time that I take my second dose of vaccine. So at that time, see, as I'm taking my vaccine, you're having another $300 deposit to your account if you have a child between the age of 1 through 5. So you'll see a $300 into your account. And of course, you have to be within the mark of $75,000 for heading household, or single, or if you are married filing jointly, $150,000, you will automatically qualify. All your kids who are under the age of 6, well, you get $300 per child. Now you do the math. If you have 5 kids, 5 times 3, that's $1,500 right there. So $1,500 will be deposited into your account every month for 6 months until December, every 15th, with the exception of the month of August. The deposit will be made on the 13th on your account. So just in case if you see something comes early, don't expect that you have another check coming out on the 15th of August. I know my people, man. I know how the American people think. But anyway, well, so this was a lighter note. On a different note, and those of you who have children over the age of 6 years old, you would only get $250,000 every month, and assuming that you had $75,000 if you had a household, and then of course if you're married jointly, you're $150,000. This is a cap, and then you get to see that $250,000 for any child with any kids between the age of 6 up the upward of 17th. All right, so make good use of that money. Make sure you use that money toward your children, and make sure that you pamper them. You get them candy, get them the toys, the laptop they wanted to advance their knowledge when it comes to school programs. So don't use that money for your own sake. Okay. Thank you so much. Now, on a lighter note, again, we're in the summer. 4th of July is right around the corner. So next Monday at this time, it will be 4th of July. I'd like to take a sample poll tonight. If you guys would love to see the Robert Vernon Show, I'd like to give you some history about the 4th of July. I'd love for you guys to send me an inbox, and if not, I'll take the night off. As you know, I had taken Monday night off, especially when my viewers, my loyal viewers, expected me to be there on a regular basis. But then again, if you would like to give me the night off, I'll be more than happy to take it off and make good use of it. But if not, I would love to be here with you, talking about the 4th of July, the history of it, and also its origination. So this will be our last show before the 4th of July. 4th of July actually falls next Sunday. As you know, 4th of July is next Sunday. But we will be celebrating on Monday the 5th. So those of you who may love to work, I'm giving you that day off. And just reflect on the American history, the path who have gotten us that far. And then we celebrating our independence on this upcoming weekend. So be cautious, and if you did not take your vaccine, I would encourage you to do so right now, just so you can have a wonderful time with your family. As you know, the Biden administration has made a promise to the American people. If 70% of the population would have been vaccinated by then, we would have a blast for this 4th of July. So we're not quite there yet. Some states have made the effort to reach that goal, but the entire nation as a whole has not reached that pinnacle that we so desire. So I've done my part. And those of you who have not done your part, again, normally I'm not an advocate for this, but then I miss my people. I miss giving the hugs. I miss giving high fives, because football season is right on the corner. You got to go to some games, you know. I don't care much about basketball, but football, I have to be there. So again, these are the things that we look forward to, and then my teachers who are out there, you know how much you miss your kids. They've been out of school for the summer. You know, I'm sure you may want to give them a hug and all this stuff. So, you know, let's do our part, and let's do our part. You know, there's a saying that Kennedy once said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. So this is the time your country needs you the most. So by taking your vaccine, I encourage you to go ahead and do that, and then you're doing your part in a small way. All right, the show is coming up to its final stage right now. Just last week, President Biden, along with the 10 Republicans, Mitt Romney, of course, and of course Lisa McCoskey from Alaska, and of course the a few senators from the Republican Party have come together with President Biden to sign what you call a comprehensive bill, which will which will definitely like a blueprint for the budget for the next fiscal year. Again, there's a bill in the and it shows promising that the Republican Party is willing to work with the Democrat for the common good of America. I mean, these are the things that we as Americans we want to see from our elected leaders, that they can have the differences, they can adamantly have different views, different opinions, but then again, at the end of the day, there's got to be a common ground where we both can work. I mean, I'm sure the Democrats are looking for something in the upward of $6 trillion. To me, I think it's a bit of crazy. Okay, $6 trillion with all the debts that we accumulated the past 4 years with the tax cut, but you're going to add another 6 trillion. I think that's a bit too far. Okay, now the other party wants something in the $500 billion. Really? I mean, that right there is a non-starter. Okay, so I think if we could come together and somewhere in the $3 trillion, I want to understand that. So you want six? We can't do that because the damage I've done the last 4 years, and we cannot add too much to it. But then again, how about we meet halfway? That the American people will applaud you. You said these guys are working for us on our behalf. This is what we want from our elected officials. That's what we want. I think these are key. These are key things that we, as Americans, we should look in our elected leaders. So there's the frame that they put together looks good. It looks good. But then again, there's always a party pooper. Mr. Mitch McConnell, Moscow Mitch. Mr. Moscow Mitch think that, well, Mr. Biden needs to speak to his congressional leaders, the likes of Schumer, the likes of Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Pelosi, and Leader Schumer from New York, and to tell them, wait, they need to separate the two bills, because President Biden, I mean, this is a guy who's spent 40 years in the Senate, so he knows, I'm sure he knows a thing or two about the Senate, how the Senate works. So Mr. Mitch McConnell, this is a guy who's he has an encyclopedic knowledge when it comes to the law of the Senate. So I respect that. But then again, Mr. Mitch McConnell forgot that, just recently, he said his number one agenda is to stop the Biden administration from achieving anything. Now, Mr. McConnell is telling President Biden, go ahead and talk to Nancy Pelosi and Schumer. Well, Mr. Mitch McConnell, just a quick question. What happened after he talks to them and tell them to do exactly what you want him to say? What's next? Are you going to come around him? Are you going to work with him? Mr. Mitch McConnell, man, be serious. You're dealing with President Biden, man. You're not dealing with some rookie here, okay? He's a guy who knows a thing or two about how the Senate works and your agenda. So it's a non-starter. So, and I pray that they come to their senses and they can work. And because when America works together, we all do well. This is what we look in our leaders, okay? In our elected leaders. My people, and I'm waiting for some questions here. I mean, we don't see any questions coming in. Again, it's at the 15-minute mark coming up here in the next 20 seconds. We'd love to say good evening to all our fellows, those of you who have logged in early. And then this is all we have for you. And again, I would love to take a survey. If you would like to see the Robert Vernon Show next Monday, I wanted to give you that night off to be with the family, see fireworks. But again, I'm not seeing any vote. I'm not seeing any thumbs up. I guess you guys, there's a saying which goes that he who says nothing means that they are in agreement. So it's yay or nay. But if you're voting silently by not saying anything, I guess you want to have the night off. But the fact that you're so courteous, you're so respectful, you say, well, I cannot tell the guy to take the night off. You know what he's gonna think of us. All right, but I understand. I'm here. I'm your spokesperson. All right, I've done the job for you. Well, thank you all for watching the Robert DuVernay Show. It comes to you every Monday at 8 p.m. As you know, if it's Monday, if it's 8 p.m., there's no place else to be but at the Robert DuVernay Show. Again, thank you for my, my brother, Mr. Odilson, he wants Monday night off. Mr. Odilson, Brother Paul visited me here in the state of Florida. I hereby give you that night off, sir. Since you're the only one who actually answered, I applaud you, sir. Thank you. Until next time, my fellow Americans, thank you those of you who logged in. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Please come back next Monday at the same